Hello, and welcome back to All The Mons, where we are finally back to being ourselves, our normal. What the Oh, it's a chicken. There's a chicken right outside my window. Normal, fluffy self. I realized that I might have just brushed over the Tumblestone harvesting setup that I threw together at the end of yesterday. So let's go over that. It is the block breaker and a simple clicker, and we're going to expand it to handle these other colors of Tumblestone. So really all we need to do that is we drop down the clicker and we put in the color of Tumblestone we want. So in this case it's sky to replace that, and this one will be black Tumblestone. And so yeah, once this is like dug out, it'll place a new one. I'm gonna set this to, I don't know, like 100. I think 100's a good number. I don't really understand how it works, but I'm guessing it adds a greater delay. Next, we need our breaker to actually break those. So we go into here and we tell it these are good and these are good. So it'll break only these specific things. It's whitelisted to them. So you can do like filter block and allow list. That's what you want. And if where is it? Render area. That shows where it's working. We can tell it to go further in the X direction, which means it should now handle this entire area. Ooh, it's not handling that guy there though. That's not ideal, because we want it to do that one too. Wait, I'm just really dumb. Can't we just... That's an offset up. Right? If I go... Yeah. We can just expand the offset. Whoopsie. Didn't realize that. Why are you not place that down? Right click target blocks, target air. Yeah, you have to set it to target air. So that'll handle the placing and harvesting. Next, we need this little guy, this absorption hopper, to slurp them all up and put them into drawers. So we've got drawers here. We'll do one there. And let's just clear out a bit of this clay so we got a bit more visibility. And one there. I need my handy configurizer. I would like to disable that one. We're gonna have to fix that. We don't want you holding those. We want you holding specific ones. In this case, the sky one and the black Tumblestone. So we'll do that. And that. Perfect. Now we gotta lock those. So where is our locking tool? Oop. I think that one's locked and locked. I should just keep that on hand. We're going to need it again later. Clear that out. Alright, so we've got the different types of Tumblestone queued up. We want to set these to extract out. So we'll take all of what's in there, push it down into here. Which direction is that? That's west. We need to set you up to spit out to the west. There we go. And it will stop once these are completely filled up. There we go. Next, we need to mill it down into dust, which takes millstone. So that's millstone. 1, 2. So I need one here and one here. We'll have to connect them with a cog. There we go. They should all be running now. But we want to like still keep some in storage to go to those. The solution to that is the item transporters that we used before. Let's grab one of you. We will whitelist, regulate, and we set this to 64. So it will try to regulate it so that there's always 64 of them in there. And then I think we just whitelist you, and it should be fine. Yeah, that's still got to fill that up. And we do that for both of these. So this one will actually be able to see it. And you. And you. We tell it to deposit them down into there. See, it's not taking any of them. And it won't until it hits 64. This side, you can see that, like, well, once it hits 64, it goes down into here. Okay, get rid of that. Place the next drawers here and here. And we got pipes. No, I don't need the trash can. We need a handful of these. And that is just to extract from the millstones and place into here. Now the reason we need all this dust is to make the lid here, you need coatings. And each coating uses a different type of dust in a mixer. So let's set up a little mixing factory. Gonna take some space. Where am I gonna put this? I guess right here. What do you do it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it'll lag when we do create stuff. Rather unfortunate. Oh, we can filter these, right? So if I do like that, it'll only allow that specific stuff in, right? Meaning we can use just one line of logistical transporters. I would hope. See, I think we've got some spare tumblestone in the machine here. Oops. Now, you get the idea what we're working with here. We gotta let this build a backlog. Basic mechanical pipes. We need water in all of these. We should be able to get some from the sink. That should be fine. Just do this along the ceiling, kind of like that. We need to clear out a bit more space. Gotta be so careful that we don't like destroy our own base here. And this type of pipe should be just fine for this. Oh. Someone put a hole in the kitchen floor. Yeah, that's smooth white concrete to repair that. There it is. So easy to like mess up and break stuff. Alright. That should be filling. And yeah, these all have water in them now. This, I would say, is where it's going to get a little tricky. Because we need to export specific ones in a specific order. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need these 3 to be the last 3. So we got spouts here. 1, 2, 3, space 1. So that should be fine. We need a deployer and a press. Let's go press, deployer. Oh, we had them already. That's perfect. Love when things work out like that. Right. So I need each of these to have only its specific resource. We'll run them underneath everything. Alright. So let's do them one at a time. First one. Come in like that. Yeah. Second one goes along it. Having to unattach them all afterwards is kind of a pain. But it'll get us the results we want. And that's what matters. Getting all these results. Yeah, those are fine. Yeah, we need that one turned off. Perfect. And then last but not least, we'll run this one like this. I just don't want there to be like backlog that fills these, which prevents them from picking up other liquids. So like let's say it fills with orange tumblestone juice and then can't pick up black tumblestone juice. I don't want that to become an issue. That's why we're separating them out into 3 different lines. There's probably a way better way to do this. You know what there is. I could have just used tanks. Tanks would have done it. But we didn't do that. We are going to use them though. There we go. 3 fluids going in there. Then, here, we're going to want a dimensional tank. More specifically, we're going to want 2 of them. First one goes like that. And has a export at the bottom. Click it and say you are frequency 2 change. Let me just harvest all that back up. And then we're going to go downstairs. Let me just... Yeah. We're going to go downstairs to here, where we have all this lava pooling. Look at that fluid tank full of lava. Wonderful. Set down a dimensional tank. Oh, I guess we'll just place it here. And we will say you are frequency 2 change. So if I'm correct, this should pool into here, and that should feed into that storage. And using these would have been way more efficient than what we did up there already. But hey, it's cool to have like pipes of various stuff flowing around. Yeah, that would have been way easier to just use 4-dimensional tanks, wouldn't it? Whatever. Whatever. I'm going to throw a couple of cogs here, I guess, along the ceiling. Doop. And that should get everything mixing. Let's give it a test run on you. It's going to take out these, send them into here. Do you start mixing it? How much of that does it need? No, like seriously, how much does it need? Hello? Standard. Basin, mixer. Water, no heating. Tumblestone dust. Okay, so that's taking the coating out now. That's more like it. These are all fully loaded. If I wanted, I could just leave one of those in there. Yeah, we can get a little cheeky with it here. So they've got their various dust types. These things can start loading up. We can, this is gonna be messy. We can use the logistic transporters. bring more powder dust over there. If we just turn this off, we'll be fine. Set these each to have one extract on them. No, 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 no. What the hell are you doing? Okay. We've got an issue. We're sucking up all the wrong dust. We're sucking up all the wrong dust. I'm gonna need to confiscate all of that. Oh geez, that went bad. Okay. We just want orange in this one. Well, I know you got my tool there. Alright. That leads us to an issue where we're going to need... Probably a drawer for each of these, right? 1, 2, 3. We're gonna need orange dust in that one, that dust in that one, and that dust in that one. Right. And we're gonna lock all 3 of those too. 1, 2, 3. Going to turn that off. It's, yeah. We're gonna need to bin everything that went into there. Which means we're gonna have to turn off the water for you. Yes, this is a bit of a messy process. We're going to need a funnel for each of these. And that should only put out enough to keep that going. That's not just voiding our supply. It is just voiding our supply. That's not what we want. Maybe a chute. I'm assuming that's only going to allow up to the desired amount into each of these. I'm assuming. I'll have to keep an eye on it, obviously. This one's got the correct fluid in there. So put that on the side, say I only want you making that. Okay, we gotta set that to only make you. There it is. I think I have to void a bunch of fluids again. This is just the void a bunch of fluids process. Get rid of all the unnecessary schlorp. Okay, that one's full of the coating. That's what we want. Now you need to take the coating. Please tell me you got the coating. Okay, you got the coating. Amazing. Now are all the coatings going to their respective bin? Light, orange, and orange. No. This is light, dark, orange. We might have to do some reorganizing at the end there. It is orange, light, dark. Of course, I managed to get it all wrong. So, orange needs to go here. This one needs to go here. We need to reorganize all three of them. Wow. Just my luck. Right. Alright. Remove that one. Remove that one. Let's start with orange. Orange, I need... remove this section. Orange will come up like so. Light comes up next. And then dark is the last. We can just run it underneath this one. What a jank setup I've got here. No. Oh, that is so frustrating. I'm trying to place it on one specific one and it's like, no, no, no. You go to the one I want. Okay, well, to avoid that, we're just going to go even further down and bring this one up the back. We're going to expose our little factory area for now. And this isn't going to be running 24/7. It's only going to run when we actually want it running. So I'm not being too fussy with it. I can make it look pretty later. That's not supposed to go there. Yeah. Yeah. So for this first one, scraps. We will lock in scraps. And we will logistic transport it into the hand. The hand now has scraps. That's all the components. Let's get a barrel because I like having the barrel. Place you at the end. We need a funnel. And then on this side, we're going to need a pipe, like normal pipe, P-I-P, this kind of pipe. Get like 64 of them. That's a lot. And another barrel. That is because... Oh, really? I can't move that way. That... I'm not gonna go there. Where am I? No. We can run this up like that. I'm gonna run a pipe all the way back here. Gotta turn those off. Tell it to do the suck. And then we need a pipe upgrade. I don't need an advanced one, but we do have it. I'll save that. I just want a basic one. Where is basic pipe upgrade? No, like, seriously, where is it? I can't see it on the list. Am I blind? I'm most definitely blind. What the hell? Ah, here it is. Basic pipe upgrade. Put that into here. We can add a filter. And this one is to make U. So it is red ball lid to ancient origin ball lid. Let's get a red ball lid. Yeah. Order 10 of those. so that we have some testing material. You need, you know, a little bit of stuff to work with when you're testing. Place that there. Throw you in. That'll go into the funnel. I'll spit it onto here. We'll get bonk, 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 bonk. Should be fine. As long as we have the rotational force. Which we should. We can do something like that. Yeah. Yep. You just run you out. Oh. Run you out like that. Didn't even need. Ah, damn it, I hit the pipe. Probably a good thing. I didn't realize that was trying to output into this. I didn't even know that was a valid target for pipes. Good to know. I'm just using it to move rotational force around. We need a whatchamacallit? Spinny in different direction thing. Is it you that I use to make that? Chain conveyor sounds crazy. Cogwheel. Here it is, vertical gearbox. I should have that functional. Welcome to my little create hell that I've made here. It's such a mess, I know. It's rotating the wrong way. You know what? I could actually just go over here and be like, hey, can we like flip that around? Hello? Little motor that I must access. Is it overstressed? Oh, it electricity. Duh. Kinda needs that to run. Put it into reverse, it's getting spit on. It's getting slapped. Getting spit on again. Spit on again. Spit on again. Put into here. Where'd it get sent? No, like, seriously, where'd it get sent? Ancient Origin Ball lid. Add this. Submit. drop you back in there. Splorp. Bonk. Slorp. 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 It gets fed into there. Ancient orange and molded. Alright, let's make sure this is actually fully functional. And then we'll leave it alone because it needs to build up its coating. So those should slurp back in. Okay, what are you... How? Huh? No, like why are they feeding into the conveyor? I said no conveyor for you. Seriously, what's wrong with you guys? That's kind of annoying. Alright. Your conveyor privileges have been revoked. Really? There. That's what you get instead. That should bring them back through. Let them get hit a second time. Amazing. These are all full, which means these are going to start filling up to 64. Once these hit 64, all excess gets converted into dust. And dust starts going into the slurp machine. And it's not spitting out extra dust anymore. That means it can't just litter the ground with it. This is what we needed. I will have to put in some time making this look pretty. Yeah. Can I just like rearrange this slightly to do like so? Okay, that's slightly better. Still not ideal. But that gets us the lids. The lids are then used to make the ball using a fancy alloy that we don't have. We'll work on getting the alloy next time. I think we've done enough splurpling around and trying to clean up our little messes here. We ought to go and start up our next trainer series, our next storyline. Which, I don't know. Should I make a whole new team for it? I know exactly which one we have to do now. We have to do the All The Mons one. That's the next series of trainers to go after, because those get us rewards that we need. Are you underground? Where are you? Person who is hiding. Ah, there you are. Yep. So we're going to start up the ATM team. Good, good, good. ATM team. How does this one work? I think it works differently, right? 80 level cap for this one, 88 to 90. Yikes. So right out the gate it's high levels, eh? Where's the starting point for this one? Defeat the members at custom gyms. Alright. Do we just like pick one of these at random? I guess what we need first is a level 88 team. What do we have to work with? Well, some of our old crew is a perfect fit for that. And then some of this team is also pretty solid. I think if we use a team like... something like that? Maybe not too bad? Yeah. Yeah, that's what we'll go with. It's the first gym. That one that we did here, the one we found here, like day one. Let's try this one. We have Toshiba Microwave, who starts with a Swampert, a level 90 Swampert. Gary is a great matchup into this. I'm guessing maybe... I don't know, he's in like this robot area, so I was thinking steel or electric, but that's a water ground type. A Mega Evolve, too. Ooh. I think we have the one shot here, though, if we go faster. Yeah. Good old Gary coming back to... Uh-huh. No. That's a legendary. That's a level 90 legendary. Fire ground type, you'd think it's weak to water attacks. But if it's the one I'm thinking of, it might actually be immune to water attacks. I was just saying drought. Drought's not the ability that it normally has. We could probably just terrestrialize Leaf Storm again. Let's try that. See how much damage this does. Let's see big damage. Half health. Oh, we didn't survive this hit. Let's just try this. Let's see if it's immune to water or not. Mega Evolve Surf. Because like, normally that's like the big thing, it just turns off all water attacks and that's its biggest weakness. But if they don't have that, yeah, that's apparently not added to the game yet. Okay, well that changes things. A Magnezone, electric steel type. We could send out our own steel type. Actually, it's sunny right now. This is the one to use. Because we have Weather Ball during the sun. Weather Ball is actually a fire attack. Oh, that did a lot of damage. So this should do like a ton of damage with the sun. Unless that doesn't work. Oh yeah, it does. They still took us out? Damn. Well, I think if we use Protect, we'll get our speed boost, we'll go faster than them. Okay, we're now faster. We can just punch them with our fiery hands. We're even faster. We're just going to keep gaining speed every turn. Alright, Piplup, that's an interesting choice. We'll hit close combat. He's got a little penguin. Maybe it's just like all of his favorite Pokemon. Well, I keep saying his. You know, I can't really tell if this is guy or girl. It's a microwave. Your penguin is adorable, and you got Lucario. Good taste in Pokemon. So here's like another steel type. So maybe I was on the right track with saying like the steel types but we go so fast that, like, our speed is 661. The chance of them outspeeding us is 0. Oh, they got sturdy though, so that they can survive the hit. Yeah, that checks. Okay. A good one for our first battle there. Do you drop a badge? Yes, you do. So that is the microwave badge. Does not get consumed in crafting. Amazing. Love to see that. Because this is used to make the unbound Pika Star, which we very much need for a lot of crafting. Okay, so we only have to beat all of them one time. Cool. But I think that is enough progress today. We've got our first All The Mons team badge, and we've got half of this is essentially a Master Ball, ancient Master Ball crafted. My goodness, that took me a while to figure out all the bits for making that though. So, I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please stick around for some more. I'll see you next time, and have a good day.